No one saw it coming. Cardi B wasn't supposed to explode like this. One moment, she was pleading with fans to stay silent, to keep the whispers in shadows. The next, she allegedly tore the door off its hinges, exposing Stefon Diggs in ways no one imagined. And this wasn't simple heartbreak gossip. It was a labyrinth of hidden secrets, shadowed timelines, and rumors so dark they seemed to crawl out of the internet itself. Insiders claim Cardi had been shielding him for months, swallowing every stab of betrayal, defending his name while watching coded posts strike like invisible daggers. But that night, everything changed. Allegedly, Cardi told her closest circle she was done. Done masking lies. Done pretending everything glittered. Done being the armor for someone who, in her eyes, had shattered her trust. The timelines ignited instantly. Fans started unearthing old yacht snapshots, late-night hotel encounters, cryptic captions, and stories that refused to die quietly. According to sources, Cardi now holds receipts, messages, dates, photos, evidence so meticulous it could collapse reputations overnight. The shock isn't only in the whispers. It's in the humiliation, the heartbreak, the love story that allegedly twisted into a waking nightmare. Behind the glittering facade, they say, a woman sat at 3 a.m., scrolling through old chats, piecing together a life she thought she knew, and realizing the man she defended may have been living a secret double existence. And if this is just the opening act, if Cardi decides to unleash every filter-free truth, this won't be another celebrity breakup headline. No. This could be the scandal that shakes everything, the one story that leaves fans, and Stefon Diggs, speechless. There was a moment so quiet, so nearly invisible, that most missed it entirely, but everything had already shifted. No screaming headlines yet. No trending hashtags. Just a subtle, electric change in the air surrounding Cardi B and Stefon Diggs. For months, Cardi had been on defense. Every rumor surfacing online, she smoothed over. Every shady post, she dismissed. Fans dissected timelines, yacht photos, blind gossip threads. But she urged calm. It's private, she said. Controlled. Calculated. Protective. Yet beneath that poised exterior, insiders say a darker storm was brewing. While Cardi was telling the world to keep it cute, Stefon allegedly played a different game. Cryptic captions. Late-night posts. Song choices that whispered coded warnings. To casual observers, it seemed harmless. But to someone living the relationship, it screamed disrespect in Ultra HD. And then it arrived, the post. Not explosive. Not blatant. Just enough to prick. A picture, a song about a man who can't be tied down. The timing? Suspicious. The meaning? Debatable. The effect? Immediate. Sources claim that night, Cardi finally stopped shielding him. Until then, loyalty had outweighed humiliation. Whispers of secret girlfriends. Ignored. Yacht rumors? Brushed aside. DL speculation? Shut down long before her name tangled with his. But public betrayal hits differently. And what makes this moment lethal isn't just the breakup, it's what Cardi is allegedly hinting at now. Receipts. Timelines. Conversations. Hotel logs. Not vague gossip. Concrete documentation. In celebrity culture, proof is power. Fans dove back into every scrap of evidence. Yacht photos featuring stunning women whose identities reignited debates. Blind items hinting an NFL star was hiding more than plays. Long-forgotten rumors of men stepping forward with disturbing claims. None verified. Yet suddenly, it all resurfaced at once. The internet doesn't crave truth, it craves sparks. And Cardi may have just dropped gasoline. Online chatter suggests she now believes she was used as a shield, that the relationship was never just love. It was optics. It wasn't love anymore. It was branding. Protection. Optics. Being publicly tied to a global rap superstar reshapes every narrative. Whispers quiet down. Suspicions are rerouted. And if even a fragment of that belief is true, the emotional wounds cut sharper than any cheating rumor could. Because this isn't simple betrayal, it's being treated like a strategic chess piece, a marketing move masquerading as romance. What makes it even colder? The talk of a tell-all. Cardi B hasn't confirmed a book. She hasn't teased a documentary. But insiders insist, she's done staying silent. And when someone of her reach decides to speak without filters, the shockwaves aren't minor, they are seismic. The NFL world thrives on perception. Endorsements pivot on image. Careers hinge on a spotless reputation. Even unproven claims can rearrange sponsorship deals overnight. Now imagine a global music icon exposing alleged secrets, backed by receipts, screenshots, timelines.
This isn't gossip anymore.
This is potential career devastation.
But it gets darker.
Long before Cardi's name entered the headlines, whispers circulated. Rumors from stylists, social media personalities hinting at clandestine encounters, denied claims, stories that faded but were never proven. In the age of digital memory, nothing truly disappears. And once Cardi stopped defending him, those old threads started breathing again, coming alive. Fans noticed something else. Her tone shifted.
Less playful.
Less chaotic humor.
More wounded. More measured silence.
Insiders say she spent nights replaying conversations, dissecting contradictions, scrutinizing timelines that no longer aligned.
Was that trip really business?
That party really just friends?
That rumor just internet noise?
When trust cracks, reality rewrites itself.
And heartbreak mixed with humiliation?
That becomes dangerous.
Because heartbreak cries.
Humiliation retaliates. Online, the narrative split. One faction calls it messy revenge. The other sees a woman reclaiming her voice after alleged manipulation. But behind the debate lies a darker question. If Cardi really has proof, why hasn't she released it yet?
Silence can be strategy. Maybe she's timing it.
Maybe she's shielding herself legally. Or maybe, what she holds is bigger than rumors, bigger than cheating, bigger than public perception.
And the most chilling part?
She's allegedly hinting that everything already circulating is just the surface. The real story, they say, has yet to hit. And if that's true, then what hasn't been revealed yet could be the real explosion.
Right now, it's all whispers.
Still allegedly, still speculation dressed up in dramatic headlines.
But the heat is rising.
Old accusations are crawling back to the surface.
Blind items are resurfacing.
Gossip blogs are connecting dots that may, or may not, fit. And at the heart of all this chaos is a woman who, by most accounts, feels deeply betrayed.
A woman who claims she tried to keep it private.
A woman who may be done staying silent. The next chapter won't just be emotional, it could be catastrophic. Because when celebrities clash, it trends. When superstars expose, it shifts culture. And when secrets collide with receipts, careers don't just bend, they shatter. By the time whispers morphed into headlines, the damage was already seeping into every corner.
No statements. No press conferences.
Just a slow, suffocating tension wrapping around Cardi B and Stefon Diggs like a storm that moves without thunder. Insiders say there was a night when Cardi sat in silence, scrolling through months of messages, photos, and timelines that no longer matched the story she had been told. Trips labeled business looked like vacations.
Parties meant to be private looked packed.
Messages that once felt sweet now read like carefully rehearsed lines. That's when receipts stopped being a threat and became a decision.
Not revenge. Not drama documentation.
Allegedly, Cardi began meticulously organizing everything. Dates, screenshots, confirmations, contradictions. Friends say she wasn't screaming or crying. She was quiet, focused, wounded in a way that transforms pain into clarity.
Because betrayal cuts twice.
First when it happens, and second when the truth finally sinks in. According to online chatter, Cardi started noticing patterns she had ignored before.
Yacht photos resurfaced. Old rumors about hidden relationships popped back into timelines.
Blind gossip posts from years ago suddenly lined up with new evidence. None confirmed. All suspicious. That, sources claim, is what broke Cardi the most. She had believed in the love story, defended him publicly, silenced critics, and taken hits online just to shield his name. And now, if that loyalty was merely camouflage, that realization doesn't fade quietly, it detonates. The story darkens further. While Cardi still defended him, Stefon allegedly posted things fans saw as disrespectful. Cryptic captions, carefree displays, public moments that seemed mocking to those aware of the rumors.
To outsiders, it looked harmless.
To someone already suspicious, it felt like humiliation in high definition. That was the moment the narrative veered from heartbreak into full-blown exposure. Cardi B didn't storm the internet screaming.
She didn't unleash screenshots overnight.
Instead, she orchestrated subtle chaos. Small hints, cryptic confirmations, sarcastic replies, carefully chosen words that left fans questioning exactly how much she really knew. Because curiosity, raw, unrelenting curiosity, is far more dangerous than confirmation. Every past allegation against Stefon Diggs resurfaced.
Stories from stylists.
Social media personalities claiming private encounters. Old posts from people swearing they had crossed paths with him. None verified. None proven. But the second Cardi stopped shielding him, those voices grew louder, more persistent. It felt like the world had something to say. The internet transformed into a courtroom without a judge. Some accused Cardi of exaggeration. Others believed she had been manipulated. A few defended Stefon outright, dismissing everything as lies. Yet others pointed to long-running patterns that allegedly existed before Cardi even entered the picture. One thing became undeniable. This was no longer a private breakup. This had escalated into narrative warfare. When a global music icon hints at secrets about a star athlete, brands tense up. Sponsors take notice. PR teams draft statements. Lawyers comb through contracts. Even unverified rumors can threaten millions in endorsements. And then whispers of a book emerged. No announcement. No release date. Just the rumor that Cardi might finally tell her side, her timeline, her receipts, her truth. That alone sent shockwaves through gossip circles. Because if she has actual proof, not speculation, the story ceases to be messy. It becomes historical. Hollywood sees breakups every day. Cheating rumors trend weekly. But documented exposure that can alter legacies? That's rare. Insiders say Cardi understands that power. She knows what her voice can do. She knows one post can dominate headlines for days, reshape public perception, and tip the scales of reputation. Maybe that's why nothing has dropped yet. Once it's out, there's no undo button. Meanwhile, Stefon Diggs has stayed eerily quiet. No emotional interviews, no dramatic rebuttals. Just a calm exterior, leaving everyone to wonder what's brewing behind the scenes. Strategy? Denial? Preparation? Nobody knows. And silence from both sides only fuels speculation. Fans scrutinize body language in old videos. They cross-check timestamps, track follows and unfollows, screenshot every comment. Obsession disguised as curiosity. And at the center of it all is a woman who, sources claim, feels she's been forced into a story she never agreed to. Because private heartbreak hurts. Public heartbreak humiliates. Especially when the person you once defended is the very person everyone is questioning. Friends say Cardi has been quieter than usual. Fewer jokes. Less chaos. More reflection. And that scares people, because when someone loud goes silent, something serious is brewing. Rumors of legal teams, restricted statements, receipts too dangerous to post casually, and timing that matters all circulate. If true, what we're witnessing now could be just the prelude, the calm before the storm. Celebrity scandals rarely detonate all at once. They leak slowly, deliberately, and exposure, regardless of who suffers, has consequences. Not just for the one being exposed, but for the one speaking, the consequences are brutal. Legal battles, media storms, endless headlines, every word dissected, every detail questioned. And yet, insiders say Cardi B meticulously kept her evidence in order, screenshots, notes, dates, conversations that suddenly told a different story. Not to destroy someone, but to protect her own reality. Because one of the cruelest wounds in any relationship is when your truth is doubted. When the world labels your pain as drama. That's when proof becomes survival. Meanwhile, Stefon Diggs remained distant. No emotional interviews. No dramatic denials. Just cold, controlled silence. Some fans interpreted it as maturity. Others as calculation. Some assumed legal shielding. Others guessed he was simply waiting for the storm to pass. But silence doesn't erase suspicion, it magnifies it. Weeks passed. The narrative grew heavier. Focus shifted from alleged cheating to something deeper. Honesty, image, authenticity. Was the relationship real? Or merely a strategic performance? Fans asked uncomfortable questions. Was the love genuine? Was it branding? Was it protection? Nobody knows. But even the possibility shattered fairytale illusions for those who believed. Because celebrity relationships aren't just two people. They are perception, image, hope. Fans invest emotion into stories they think are real. And when those stories crumble, heartbreak radiates outward. That's why this scandal feels different. It isn't just gossip, it's disillusionment. Sources claim Cardi struggled most with the realization that what she defended publicly may have been false privately. That truth doesn't scream, it seeps. Slowly. Friends say she spent nights quietly replaying memories, asking herself, did I miss the signs? Ignore the warnings? Refuse to see the truth? Love blinds, And when the blindfold lifts, the pain is instantaneous. Whispers swirl about legal teams, contracts, unreleased statements, receipts too dangerous to post casually. If true, what the public sees is only a shadow of the battle behind the scenes. Because exposure isn't just truth, it's timing. One misstep can destroy 2 careers. One careless post can trigger lawsuits that last for years. That's why Cardi's silence feels intentional, not weakness. Strategic. And the most terrifying part? She hasn't said everything yet. What if the real story isn't online? What if the biggest revelations haven't surfaced? What if the rumors everyone repeats are only the surface of something far darker? That possibility turns curiosity into fear. Scandals don't stop with the first leak. They grow. They evolve. They reveal layers no one expects. If Cardi ever decides to speak fully, the impact won't just be emotional. It could reshape contracts, endorsements, reputations. In celebrity culture, perception is power. Lose perception, lose control. Right now, both sides stand in silence, watching the story spin, calculating, hoping the storm subsides. But storms don't fade when secrets are buried. They gather strength and hit harder than anyone imagined. If this is truly the last chapter of a relationship that once seemed perfect, history won't remember the romance. It will remember the fallout, the rumors, the unanswered questions, the silence that screamed louder than any accusation. Sometimes the loudest scandal isn't the one with proof, it's the one everyone knows occurred, yet no one fully sees. Behind closed doors, someone is still deciding, reveal everything, or let the mystery slowly destroy it all. Before you scroll past, ask yourself this: what happens if Cardi B releases every receipt she's been hinting at about Stefon Diggs? This isn't another messy breakup. This is a ticking time bomb over reputations, endorsements, friendships, and truths no one wanted public. The whispers grow louder. The timelines grow darker. The silence between them feels heavier than any accusation. Someone is crying in private while the world laughs in public. And that kind of betrayal cuts deeper than cheating rumors ever could.